I always dream of meeting you, of wondering what it'd be like if we used time travel and I could meet you on public transport, to accidentally stumble into you and start a conversation. You'd be on the way to work and busy. I would never reveal who I was and I wouldn't really get to know you, but I would get to see you in real life. I would get to see your wedding ring on your hand, the one that my mum placed on your finger, one of the many ties that my grandfather still wears to this day, and you would be happy. And you would get off on your stop, and that would be the end. But of course, this will never come true. But I get to hold on to that dream, to think that it could be real, that you could be real. I hope you didn't leave me. I hope you didn't leave because of me. I hope you didn't leave because life wasn't worth living anymore. I'm lucky to see that Mum is happy, that she was happy with you, that you two were genuinely in love. I only wish I could have seen that for you. Everyone has a story to tell, and there can be plan A, plan B, plan C, but you can't plan your emotions and you can't plan how to express them. Whatever way, what form suits you. This piece gets me to think about my biological father in a way that's a safe way. Without this piece, I don't think I would have understood how I feel about lots of things in my life. Yes, it was hard to write this in the beginning, but I could truly find my voice. Over the course of my life, I've had to experience a lot of grief, and I find courage in talking about healing, talking about how to put your trauma in a healthy way.
I suffer from anxiety and low self-esteem sometimes. Some days I find it hard to look in the mirror. It's something that I'm working on and I'm seeking help to get better.
Art can be expressed in so many different forms, like visual art. It can be painting, it can be a play, it can be a radio play, it can be TV, it can be a film.
With art, there's no right or wrong way to do something.
As an artist, not every single piece of art you create is going to end up in an exhibition.
Art is so subjective. It's literally a blank white canvas and you can just do whatever you want.
That's how you learn about different cultures, how you learn about different languages.
You know, you can't force yourself into music. You know, you need to find yourself in music.
I play the guitar, play the dilruba, and then I play the saxophone. The thing with dilruba is Indian classical music, and if you don't listen to that type of music, then you don't really have an incentive to learn it. I got into playing the dilruba first through my mom, and our teacher, he plays like 10 instruments, and my mom said to him, do you have a spare saxophone that Zahab, you could maybe just try and see if she likes it? He said, yeah, sure. So he brought in his old saxophone. He said, oh, you just play a note, and straight away like a noise came out of the saxophone, and he was like, oh, you're a natural.
As a child, we often watched a lot of Bollywood films in our household, so I was inspired by the singing and the dancing and the costumes. As a 6-7-year-old, I'd just dance around in front of the television, copying their dance routines. By the age of 10, I was performing at events. My mum would take me to Indian cultural events, particularly South India because I'm Bengali.
A lot of things you don't get any support from unless you're at a certain level. So that's one difficulty, is the financial side for any instrument, because obviously any instrument at least is going to cost you like 150, 200 pounds.
The struggles and challenges that I faced was heavily surrounded by the fact that I'm a minority, that I'm a female hijabi. I struggled in terms of the jobs that I applied for, the processes that I went through to put myself out there and kind of put a foot in the door of the media world was just so difficult. I just got rejection after rejection after rejection, and it gets to a point where you just think, oh my God, shall I just give up? For a little while, I had to sort of do other things to make a living.
And right from this age, for me, the obstacle has been actually sitting down and writing, because I've had to find the creative life balance and be able to pay the bills.
I took a gap year from uni and I did a 9 till 5 in a call centre, and it was just too mundane for me to even wake myself up in the morning and get myself out of bed. Like, I need something to be driving me And if it's doing something that I love and that I'm passionate about, then that's what will get me up in the morning.
At the same time, I understand how people need their 9-to-5 jobs. People must sustain themselves. We all have bills to pay. But sometimes you have to make little sacrifices in order to get to where you want to get to.
There's nothing wrong with doing both. I do both. I work full time, I do my music, I do side hustles as well. Make sure you're doing it because it's fun. Soon as your art becomes a chore, then it's only going to lead to bad results and bad art, really.
No, it's okay to ask people for help. If you're struggling as an artist, sometimes I've had to have a day job just to fund my creative work. Really, I could have asked for help. I think that if I sought out the right people, got the right support, then it would have been a lot easier. Search for the communities that are doing the similar work as you. Don't think that you're taking on the world alone.
I'm in a stage where I go, everything happens for a reason. So I apply for an opportunity. If I don't get it, clearly that wasn't right for me. So I have to keep finding those opportunities and see if they're right for me, because I can't be sad if I didn't get a scheme, for instance, because someone else might have deserved it more than me. Or if I didn't get that assistant director role, why didn't I get that? How can I improve myself? It's always going, okay, I didn't get that, why didn't I? Okay, let's tweak that. And also just believing that you can do this and continue to do this.
It's good to be creative and to have lots of different ideas, but take things a step at a time.
There's no such thing as losing. You're either winning or you're learning. Never look at things as a loss. Look at things where they haven't gone to plan as a learning opportunity.
I don't see personally a lot of Pakistanis or even people like me who play music at all, and I really want to see more young people actually going into music, going into arts, because it's good for people's mental health. Hopefully I might be able to inspire a few people to play the saxophone and the guitar or the ruba, because I think it's nice when you see people who look like you playing your instruments.
Yo, let's bring the good vibes now.
Silver finger sing, Boss Man H, Hamza on the beat. Yo, yeah, we do it like this, singing the harami, up in the mix from London to Money. Yeah, we doing bits, we keep it international. The Jappy boys, we're no rational. Old school, I'm a radical. Ag flows, call it straight flammable. She wanna take her pics, call it straight grammable. Yeah, the little butter, yeah, it's Hamza on the beat. And you know about me, I'm repping Leeds with a team. Slumped up to Shine City, the Litty Committee. Big bar, straight gritty. Shout out to my kitty, we keeping that guy with it chilly.
I'm really lucky, music's in my family, it's in my blood. Music was around me from a very young age. I'm Silverfinger. I come from the lineage of my father, Mr. Goldfinger, who's a world-class producer, musician, tabla extraordinaire, percussionist, technician. The struggles that I faced growing up, getting into the music, was finding what my place was, being the brown boy with the mic. I've had loads of looks and comments about, who is this guy, should he really be doing this? And I've had loads of people troll me and, say things to my face and, whatever about my music, whilst I was starting my journey as a young lad.
One thing that really made me enjoy music a lot more was the fact that I used to get picked on quite a lot at school. Me playing the guitar, it was sort of like an outlet. Like if I was ever sad or upset, I'd just go home and I'll just start playing the guitar. Because the guitar can't ever say anything mean to you. Neither can the saxophone. But people can. But then I just really love playing the guitar. It's just, I don't know how to, it's hard to explain love,
I love my art form because it's a safe space, especially in a room where it's a chance to change. I like to see the growth. I like to see how you go into the rehearsal room one day and what's the end result at the end. And that's why I love directing and writing for stage.
My grandfather, I'd tell him my hopes, my dreams, and he was so encouraging. And he got cancer and he passed away. And it's just that core belief of I hope that he's proud, because I felt like such a failure to him for the longest time. You have to have that one person that is kind of waving that flag for you, and for me that was him. He always lives in my heart, and whatever I do, it's kind of for him.
My mum is definitely one of my heroes. If it wasn't for my mother, I would not be here today. Because of my background, I've had a bit of a challenging time in my life. I went into care when I was 14. I was more or less estranged from the majority of my immediate family, which was quite hard for me. Just feeling like I was alone all the time. And I think that is what impacted me in my creative work. I was brought up in a single parent household. Some days it was really hard for my mum, I think, because she had to go to work, and I don't think really ever had a choice in how her life went. But at the same time, my mum never complained. She just got on with it. And I think that's something that's kind of passed down to me. She just got on with it. But I know now also because, I've developed certain mental health issues, because I've just coped with it and I've just brushed everything under the rug. There's nothing to be ashamed of. Having problems is something that everybody has. But coming from a South Asian background, I guess sometimes the female in our communities were just expected just to put up with it and never complain. And that is wrong.
I was so afraid of kind of looking like a failure or looking stupid in front of someone else. You can't live life not pursuing something that you have a passion for, regardless of what career path your parents think you should go down or what career path you thought you were made for versus what you actually want to do.
You just follow your heart. It doesn't matter what you do, but as long as you have passion for it and you want to do it every day, then just do that.
So whatever you're struggling with, just know it's okay to admit that there's a struggle there, and it's not a weakness to say that you're struggling. As an artist, you've got to have thick skin. Sometimes you'll fail.
Doesn't mean that the project has to be scrapped or you yourself as an artist has to be scrapped. I'm so in love with the journey that I've had and so grateful to God, to have given me all these great opportunities and give me the knowledge and understanding that I have now, that I wouldn't really want to go back to change anything, because I feel like all the lessons that I've learned have been so valuable along the way, and that's shaped me into the man that I am today.
I really think that when you're positive, things do work out for you in the end.
And don't forget, the sun will always keep shining, and make hay while it shines.